Welcome back. So, as you guys probably guessed from the title of this video, lately I've been glazing up this game a lot, and that is because it is an excellent game. It's really good. I love it. I'm hyped for the release. I can't wait for the full release. And that said, there are a few things, a few minor things that kind of bugged me a little bit. You know, in another video, I referred to them as hair splitting. They're minor gripes, little things that I think would just make the game that little bit better. So, without further ado, here's my list of 5 things that I'd like to see changed in Everwind. Number 1, key stacking. So one thing I'd like to see changed is key stacking. You see, if I try to stack these keys, they don't stack. 1 key, 1 slot. So I have 10 keys here, taking up 10 item slots, and they will open 10 chests. Or I can carry a stack of 200 lockpicks in 1 item slot, and this will open 60, 70, 80 chests before they run out. And by the time I've used this 200, I will have found more, some inside chests that I open. So when you compare lockpicks to keys, these aren't even worth picking up. Because this exists, and these do not stack, they're obsolete. These serve no purpose in the game. I find them in chests, I just leave them there. I only collected these for this video, because they just take up too much inventory space. And I don't know how many times I've come across a chest with a lock on it, and I didn't have the corresponding key with me, because I left it back in my ship. So I just used the lockpicks, and after a while, I just stopped carrying these. I stopped picking them up. I think either they need to stack, or maybe there's a nerf to the lockpicks so they work less often. Because as it stands right now, there's no reason to even have these keys in the game. If I see them, I just leave them. I'm just going to stick to lockpicks, as the system is right now. Number 2, dummy damage. So one cool feature that the game has are these practice dummies. And you can come over here and, you know, come on. And you can, like, practice your combat techniques and stuff. And it's cool and it's fun, but look at how much damage I just took. That is 50% from the few seconds that you saw me over here wailing on this. That is like a lot. And this is a practice dummy. It's made out of straw and maybe some rope to hold it together. So it's soft and fluffy. It shouldn't be damaging my weapons. So I think, just for the practice dummy, weapons should take no damage. Because I'm not getting anything for this. I'm just losing durability in my weapon for nothing. And I want to be able to use the practice dummies and learn the different combat techniques, but I don't want to destroy my weapons in the process. So, yeah, I think the dummies should not do damage to weapons. Number 3, full armor stands. So I would like to see armor stands where you can place more than 1 piece of armor. Yes, it's cool to have the chest plate displayed like this, but imagine if this thing had arms and legs and a head, so that I could put the gloves and the boots and the helmet on as well. There are some really cool armor sets in this game, and I would love, if not this armor stand, then maybe like another more advanced armor stand that maybe looks something like the practice dummy, and call it a mannequin or something, where you could display the entire set of armor. Because, I mean, like I said, some of these armors look really cool, and I'd like to put them on display in my base. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. So yeah, if they could, you know, maybe helmet, gloves, and then boots at the bottom, that'd be awesome. Or, you know, gloves on the side, however they want to arrange it. Maybe even gloves here and shield here so we could put the shield on it as well. That would be awesome. Number 4, Deconstruct Station. So this next idea is twofold. Or rather, it's one idea, but it serves 2 functions, right? So we have all these pieces in here that are made basically out of iron, stone, wood, and maybe some nails. There's some string and some fat in here. There's some cloth and a stick in here. I would love to have a deconstruction station. A station where I could take these items and get back some of the materials I put in. Like a block takes 4 planks. Maybe I only get back 2 or 3. But that's great because I would rather have 2 or 3 planks than 8 stacks of blocks that are, 2 of this, 3 of this, 8 of this, 1 of these, 5 of these, taking up an entire chest because there's 12 different kinds of wood plank blocks. And maybe stuff like these could deconstruct into like stone and maybe some copper, or, this could turn into stone and arrows. This could turn into stone and like sticks. This could turn into just stone because it's stone spikes. And the other function that this would have would be that this iron torch holder, for example, I don't have the recipe for this, and I don't know where I got it from, so I cannot get any more. It would be nice if I were able to stick this into a deconstruction, lose all of the material, but gain the recipe, so that I could then make more and use it to decorate my base. Because there's a lot of recipes out there that are just impossible to find. And it would be nice to be able to have another avenue for gaining recipes that still requires us to go out and look. I still had to find this iron torch holder. But in finding it, I could then bring it back to my ship and put it in the deconstructor and learn the recipe. Number 5. Craft all. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how long it takes to make 50 blocks of this forest polished stone block. This is a very lengthy process, and this is only 50 blocks, and I'm still going. Now, imagine if I had to make 500 of those, 10 times that. I made another video where I actually showed it in real time, and it took almost 5 minutes. It was arduous. Now, this is something that on small scale doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you're making a mega build, like some of us really want to do and are looking forward to the game so we can make giant castles to land our airships on top of, so we can go out and, level our airships up so we can make, Millennium Falcons and shield helicarriers and Death Stars and stuff like that. I mean, there's going to be some really amazing builds out there, and they're going to take 3 or 4 times as long because it's going to take us forever to just craft the blocks to build it. So what I'm suggesting here is that we maybe move this button over to here, and then over here we have a separate button that is either a craft all. So if I know I want to make 1,000 blocks, I'll just get the materials to make 1,000 blocks in my inventory and leave the rest in a chest and just come over and click craft all and be done. Just one click and done. Or alternatively, we just have a spot where we can put a number right next to this button. If we leave it blank, it's just craft 1. But if we put in there 60, every time we click, it crafts 60. Or we put 100, it crafts 100, or 200, it crafts a whole stack. Because the way this is right now, it's going to make some particularly large builds unbuildable. Because it's going to take so long to just craft the blocks before you could even start placing them, that it'll be beyond the scope of what a player can do. Alright, and that is my list of 5 things that I'd like to see changed in Everwind. Did you think I missed anything? Did you think I was wrong about anything? What would you like to see changed? Let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.